Hello students, welcome back to my session. In the last lecture, we discussed earlier 3 stanzas of Nissim Ezekiel's poem, that is Enterprise. Today, we will discuss remaining 3 stanzas of the present poem. Okay, so what we discussed, do you remember the things of the last lecture? We talked about the journey, which is a metaphorical journey undertaken by the poet and his companions, right? And the journey, as I told you, the journey was for having some religious purpose, and thus the journey was a divine journey. In the first stanza, the poet tells us that it started as a pilgrimage with exalting minds and with the burden free. Means at the initial stage, the group of people, right, the group of pilgrims was happy one, and they were curious to complete their journey. In the second stage, they realized that the journey would not be that much easy and happy, as they have to face some of the challenges. But they neglected that life's call and they continued their journey. In the third stanza, the poet conveys that actually the group faced a problem, and that was a trivial problem, but the group couldn't solve the problem, and so it resulted into a loss of one of the friends. And that friend was an intellectual guy. So, in the first 2 stanzas, it was happy going, the journey was pleasant one. But in the third stanza, the people faced problem and they couldn't solve the problem. Let us see what the poet says in the next stanza. So today, as I told you, today we will discuss remaining 3 stanzas. Let us see the 4th stanza of this poem, Enterprise. Another phase was reached. Another phase was reached when we were twice attacked and lost our way. Okay, lost our way. A section claimed its liberty to leave the group. I tried to pray. Our leader said, He's made the sea. Okay, this is the 4th stanza. Let us see what the poet says here. Another phase was reached when we were twice attacked and lost our way. In the 3rd stanza, they faced a trivial problem, right? And that problem was internal. But in the next stanza, the poet tells us that here another phase was revealed. What is that phase? When we were twice attacked. Here, along with the internal problems, now the group faced external problems as well. And that is signified through this attack. We were twice attacked and lost our way. So, here we lost our way due to the external conflicts. See, a section claimed its liberty. Liberty means freedom, right? A section means group of people claimed its liberty. Earlier, in the early stanza, only one person left the group, but here a group of people, that group of people demanded its liberty. They want to free, right? So, what they want its liberty to leave the group. They want to leave the group, and it's severe problem from the point of view of their journey. Okay, I tried to pray. And here the poet says, I tried to pray. What else the poet can do? Whenever we face problem, whenever we face difficult situation, what do? We try to pray to God. And we expect that God should solve our problem. In the same way, there was nothing at the hands of poet, and so the poet says, I tried to pray. In such a situation, what else I can do? I can only pray to God to settle down the matter. Our leader said he smelled the sea. Again, to understand the last line of this stanza, we have to take reference of the first line of the next stanza. So, in the fourth stanza, in the third stanza, the group faced only one trivial problem. But in the next stanza, in the fourth stanza, along with the internal conflict, the group faced external conflict as well, external problems as well. And that is severe one, that we lost our way. We lost our way means it created great problem in front of us, and that section claimed its liberty means they want to leave the group. They don't want to continue the journey. They may want to stop there only. Okay, so it is harmful from the point of view of their journey. Our leader said he smelled the sea. Here, sea symbolically signifies destination. Here we get that the people are going to or towards the sea. Here we get the reference where actually the group is traveling. The group is traveling towards the sea. As our leader said he smelled the sea, means the leader encourages the people to move ahead, to go ahead and to complete the journey. And the leader says that he smelled the sea, means here he says that our destination is too much close now and we may reach in short. In a way, here leader tries to motivate the group to go ahead. Okay, so this is the fourth stanza. Let us turn to the fifth stanza. See, we noticed nothing as we went. We noticed nothing as we went. A straggling crowd of little hope, ignoring what the thunder meant. Deprived of common needs like so. Some were broken, some merely built. See, this is the fifth stanza of our poem. What the poet says in the last line of the fourth stanza, he says, our leader said he smelled the sea. Our leader said he smelled the sea, means our leader tells us that we are close to our destination. But what happened? We noticed nothing as we went. Though the leader encouraged us to move ahead, but we noticed nothing as we went. We didn't get anything. We noticed nothing as we went. Means still they are not near to their destination. Okay. A straggling crowd. Straggling means irregular group of people. We noticed nothing as we went, a straggling crowd of little hope. So, here there was no unity among the group members. And so that straggling crowd, irregular group of people, they were not together now. Right? So, the poet says, a straggling crowd of little hope. Little hope means there were no hope now. It is hopeless. Okay, so here the poet or that group realizes that whatever we did, whatever the journey we have undertaken, it seems like hopeless. Okay, let us see what the poet says. We noticed nothing as we went, a straggling crowd of little hope, ignoring what the thunder meant. Ignoring what the thunder meant. Thunder means what? A loud voice of the sky during the storm. But here, thunder symbolically signifies inner voice. Inner voice. What the poet says? A straggling crowd of little hope. There was no hope now. Ignoring what the thunder meant. Thunder means, as I told you, symbolically it signifies inner voice. What the inner voice tells us, deprived of common needs like soap, some were broken, some merely bent. Okay, so what is that? We realized in the next phase that we noticed nothing. We didn't get anything. Right? We didn't get anything, and it resulted into a chaos. It resulted into hopelessness. It resulted into meaninglessness. Right? And of little hope, ignoring what the thunder meant, what the inner voice is telling, we ignored it. And so it resulted into a chaos. Deprived of common needs like soap. See what this line indicates. We are now deprived of all the common needs. All the common needs, nothing was there. We didn't get anything. Actually, we started our journey with having a divine purpose in our mind. We want to get something graceful in our life. But when we, at the close of the destination, we were deprived of all the common needs. Means that we didn't get anything. Some were broken, some merely bent. Some were broken, some merely bent. What this line signifies? Here it indicates unsatisfied group of people. Unsatisfaction. Okay. Some were broken, some merely bent. So it may indicate that lastly in the 5th stanza the poet tells us that there was no hope now. It became hopeless. It became meaningless. What the inner voice was telling us, we ignored it, and it resulted into deprived of all things. Right? So we are now deprived of all common things like soap. Soap here means it is again trivial thing of our life. But here it indicates that we didn't receive anything. The journey proved futile. Okay, and so some were broken, some merely bent when we actually reach at the final destination. This is the last line. To understand this line in a complete way, we have to take reference of the first line of the last stanza. Okay, so have you got this? I hope you have got this. Let us turn to the 6th and the last stanza of the poem. When finally we reach the place, we hardly know why we were there. The trip had darkened every face. Our deeds were neither great nor rare. Home is where we have to gather this. See, this is the last stanza of the poem. When finally we reach the place, see, we have to take reference of the last line of the earlier stanza. Some were broken, some merely bent. When finally we reached the place, what happened to the people? What happened to that group of people? Some were broken and some merely bent. That indicates that they were unsatisfied. When they finally reached the place, right? When they finally reached the place, they didn't get anything and even they faced many problems. And as I told you, the place where they reached is not that much worth in comparing to their efforts to reach at the destination. So when finally we reached the place, how we were? Some were broken, some were merely bent. We hardly know why we were there. We don't know why we were there. We hardly know why we were there. So it indicates purposelessness, it indicates meaninglessness of the journey. The trip had darkened every face. The trip had darkened every face. We have to remember that in the first stanza, the poet tells us that we started the journey with exulting minds. We started the journey with exulting mind, having intense feeling of joy. But when they reach at the destination, it shows that the trip had darkened every face. Means they didn't get anything. It shows meaninglessness. Our deeds were neither great nor rare. Deeds means actions. So, our actions were neither great nor rare. So, whatever we did, all these things were neither great nor rare. And the last line is that home is where we have to gather grace. This line is very important one from the understanding of the present poem. In the last line, poet says, home is where we have to gather grace. Means he undertook the journey and lastly he realized that it was our starting point. Our home is itself a graceful place. We should not travel, we should not go far in search of other things. So that is the graceful life. Where do we get it? We get it in our home only. And so this again takes us to the starting position. Okay, so this is the last stanza. When finally we reach the place, we hardly know why we were there. We even forget that why we were there, why we undertook such a long journey, why we faced so many difficulties and problems and challenges. What actually lastly we have achieved? We achieved nothing, right? And the trip had, and so the trip had darkened every face. Our deeds were neither great nor rare. Home is where we have to gather grace. Here, Nissim Ezekiel satirically comments on human life. As I told you, various interpretations can be done on this present poem. But here the poet actually wants to convey meaninglessness of human life as we try to run after success and our goals and our dreams. But when lastly we reach at that destination, we realize that whatever we did, all things proved futile at the last. In another way, we can have this interpretation as Nassim Ezekiel here is talking about various phases of human life, starting from childhood to the last stage of our old age. From that angle also you may study the poem, or you may study it from the autobiographical angle, as Nassim Ezekiel himself sailed to England for 3.5 years, and he realized that my homeland is a graceful place, and to be happy I have to return to the homeland itself. So from that angle also you may interpret the poem. In a way, or in short, I would like to say that this is a philosophical poem, and to understand the poem we have to understand different layers of the meaning. Okay, and so the poem got wide acclaim, and we have various interpretation of this poem. So this is all about enterprise. Do you know the meaning of enterprise? We discussed it, we studied it, I tried to analyze it. But what is that enterprise? Enterprise means something new or something unexplored. So the poet here undertakes the journey as a new project, right, to explore some new things, and that is all about here. Okay, thank you for your patience, and you also read the poem and try to understand, try to interpret from your point of view as well. Write summary in your notebook. I wish you all the best for your study. Thank you.